So it lasted just barely 2 overs, and New Zealand managed to add 3 more runs. So the target for India is 147 to avoid a whitewash in their home series.
Should I say rare whitewash?
Rarest of rare, because see, if this happens, if India lose this test match for the first time in their history, they will be whitewashed 3-0 in a series at home. So it's happened only once where they lost 2-0, but that was in a two-test series.
That was way back in 2000, you're talking
Yes,
about,
yes.
when you lost to South Africa.
South Africa. And on this particular ground, the highest successful chase is 163 by South Africa in that 2000 series. So looking at it, 147 is the second highest chase that India will have to achieve. So that is why, looking at the way how the ball is spinning, looking at the way how it is jumping up from the deck, oh boy, it's a rank turner, and India will not have it easy in their chase of 147. Slight favorites, India still slight favorites, but then you have to worry a bit because our Indian spinners, our Indian batters have not given us that much confidence against spin, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if there's one thing that the Indian batting did right, or let's say your particular number 3 in Shubman Gill did right, was that the batting pretty much revolved around him in the first innings, and that's why India were able to secure that decent first innings lead. You know, had that not really been the case, India would have definitely been chasing around 200 in this match. So that's where I think India would really have to do the same thing. As for sure, the wickets are going to fall because as Siddharth rightly mentioned, that it is a rank turner. That's where you would need one batter who would have to play a Chiteshwar Pujara type innings, just hold one foot, hold one end together, and the other batters can really revolve around him. With that said, I wouldn't really be surprised if there is a change in batting order. You'll probably see a certain Rishabh Pant and a Sarfaraz Khan being promoted up the order.
Of course, I mean, see, Sarfaraz Khan will get promoted up because it was foolhardy. I mean, they promoted Mohammad Siraj as a night watchman, which totally made a kerfuffle of their entire thing.
How can you say that? Mohammad, Vivian, Siraj, Richards, he has been promoted up the order. What's the problem with it?
He's already got a promotion. Maybe it was in the right field, but this is definitely not the promotion that you would have wanted. Because how on earth can you promote a guy who has not had that much of a decent batting career when you look at it? So this will not happen today. Maybe looking at it, maybe who knows, left field decision, maybe promote a Washington Sundar also.
Absolutely.
Because Washington Sundar looked the most assured amongst all the batters, honestly. And looking at left arm spin, maybe they will want to get in Washington Sundar, Rishabh Pant, and all those guys up the order slightly. So that is why I think you may see India now, because they are restricted into under 150. I think they are the favorites, although a slight favorite, though not a big favorite. It's not 80-20 in India's favor.
I still feel it's 50-50.
Well, looking at the way how this, but this is a terrible, terrible pitch. I mean, I know it is not practical. Yesterday, I was just having a bit of a discussion, but we'll have a lengthier discussion in the post-match.
Yeah.
But if there is a standard benchmark set, like for example, if a pitch is rated poor, if a pitch is rated below average, okay, and there is no interference from the boards, there's an independent ICC adjudicating that is looking at it, you have to deduct WTC points from the team as well.
Exactly.
You have to deduct WTC points because these kind of wickets, especially Indore was an abomination of a pitch. This is now not a red clay, red soil wicket. It's a red sand wicket. Because look at the puffs of dust that are coming out when you're pitching it from the length. And this is day 3, day 2.5. This is day 2.5. Especially on day 2, the puffs of dust made everyone of us cringe. I mean, like, God, what kind of wickets have been prepared? I mean, if this is the advantage that you want and this is the way how you want to go into the WTC final, good luck for that. So, it is not going to be an easy chase, although I think Yashasvi Jaiswal could set the tempo.
Absolutely. And I think if you look at the kind of pitches that we have had in the previous 2 matches, one in Pune and now in at the Wankhede, I feel that India are probably back to, making those dust bowls. I think it's one of the comments from our family members also that India are pretty much, back to the same thing. And that I think King D has basically made a comment, terrible pitch. They've gone back to making dust balls, and I pretty much agree with him. But you look at majority of India's success in the last maybe 6 to 7 years or so, specifically at home, has basically come on those spotting wickets. So I don't really understand what has been the desperation to make such kind of a wickets, despite the fact that you lost the opening test in Bengaluru. It was just the case of you not doing well in the first 1 or 1.5 hours, and then apart from that, the bowling pretty much did well. It did lack potency. The batting came together very well in the second innings, but since then I think it's been more of panic moves that had been that pretty much have been done. It made no sense to have a Sarfaraz Khan batting at number 8, or maybe a Ravindra Jadeja coming in ahead of him. So a lot of things have been really surprising as far as India's selection goes, and as far as the pitches are also concerned. So I'm not really sure if India would want to have the similar template going ahead in the home test matches, because spotting wickets, India have had true success, and why not just switch back to that format?
I really don't know what has happened. I mean, the previous, I think pitches priority change with every management that comes in. I mean, Ravi Shastri and Virat Kohli also, they also dabbled with sporting, with rank turners. There's no mistake about it. I mean, 2017, you saw in the BGT, the Pune test, how India fell into its own trap. 2015, if you look at Nagpur, there India luckily batted well, South Africa batted very poorly.
True.
But thankfully that pitch was rated poor in Nagpur. But apart from that, when you look at it, 14, 15, 16 in particular, you had true pitches. I mean, you look at New Zealand series, you look at England series, you look at Bangladesh, you look at BGT, every series pitch was true except for Pune. 2021, you realize on Sporting it, England, we can't get the better of England, so use their kryptonite. They can't play spin, so use rank turners. But the rank turners weird on the extreme. Test matches used to get over in 2 days, 1.5 days. Here also, Indore, you tried, but then you fell into your own trap. The nature of changing wickets, I mean, pitches, if you have to look at it, rank turners, it's happened more in the Rohit era when you look at it. Not so much in the Virat Kohli era. In the Rohit era, it's happened a lot more. Is it his decision? Is it the management's decision? That is subject to open debate. But then looking at it, two players will hold the key in the chase. I mean, if they set the intent going, then I think India will comfortably win. I'm saying intent in the case of Yashasvi Jaiswal, Rishabh Pant. If these two guys, I think you should promote Pant up the order. I mean, he can be your number 3 this time.
Yes.
Shubman can be your number 4. Left-handers, if you have a left-hander, you are immediately taking Ajaz Patel out of the game. Yashasvi, unfortunately, threw his wicket away in the first innings with that reverse sweep, which was not needed. So if you have left-handers, then you take out Ajaz Patel. And remember, in the first innings of India, yesterday, first session, they blew New Zealand away because their intent was really good, and especially Rishabh Pant's intent was excellent. The time to capitalize on it now is the new ball. And they will employ spin. I don't think they're going to employ much of the pacers. One end maybe pacers.
Just maybe a couple of overs.
Maybe a Will O'Rourke or a Matt Henry.
I think Matt Henry is going to start the proceedings for New Zealand. But then I think in case of India, I completely agree with Siddharth. But for me, there are going to be 3 important players in Jaiswal, Rishabh Pant and Washington Sundar. See, Washington Sundar has looked one of your most assured batters in the last 2 test matches. Correct. So this is where, I wouldn't really mind promoting him up the order, because any which ways, even if India have lost this series, this match does hold great importance for them as far as the WTC points are concerned, because you need a win here so as to make sure that you head to the Border Gavaskar Trophy with some confidence. But then when you reach Australia, nothing short of a series win will take you to a 3rd consecutive WTC final.
And understand one thing, you have to win Mumbai.
Absolutely.
If you don't win Mumbai, you are faced with the task of winning 4 out of the 5 tests in Australia.
You missed an important keyword here, improbable task.
Well, I don't know. See, many people today, I don't know what side of the bed they're on. They're very bullish. They are saying that we'll win this test, we'll win Border Gavaskar Trophy, we'll win the WTC also. I don't know how things have changed in 24 hours with this batting lineup. I really don't know at this stage. So, well, let's see how it goes out. Matt Henry has come on to bowl, and Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit are out in the middle. Rohit will want a good knock today, because if he can stick around, get a crucial 40-50, it will then kind of put the detractors on the back burner. But then let's make no mistake about it. First half of the home summer was excellent for Rohit. Second half has been nothing short of a nightmare for him. So that is why, let's see. India are favourites to chase down 147. Let's see how that pans out. We'll be back when the match is over long, lengthy discussion with all of our panel members who will be there at this stage. So thank you so much, folks. From me and Sid Gulati, it is bye bye. See you at the match end. Bye bye.